Previously on the last Pokemon challenge, so if we can come to some kind of agreement to delete Plusle and Minun, I will be very, very happy to try and facilitate it. And coming up, oh, it's Minging Lady! Welcome back to another 4 moves challenge. Once again, we're in Pokémon Emerald, but this time we're running Ampharos. Let us get the timer underway, and let's see how we do with Amphi. We brought Amphi over from the Olivine Lighthouse here. We are going to call it Amphi, of course. That is the only name we can give an Ampharos. And we'll see exactly how we get on over the course of the next hour, hour and a half or so. I'm recording this straight off the back of the Politoed challenge. If you haven't seen that one, it was a lot of fun up until a certain point, and then it was less fun. But I'm hoping we can exact our revenge with our Amphi today. Thunderbolts, Fire Punch, Hidden Power Ice, and Facade is the learn set for today. I'm hoping that the Facade will help us with having Static, because that does mean that as soon as the enemy is statused, we can hopefully do double damage. That is the plan anyway. We'll have to see whether that comes to fruition. We've got a long way to go in this challenge as well. 8 gym badges scattered across a very, very large region, at least by our standards here. So we'll have to see exactly what we can get up to. I'm starting to feel like Emerald is slowly clicking. We're going to be doing a little bit of a pattern over the next few weeks as well. At least throughout next month, it's going to be Fire Red, Emerald, Crystal, or in that order as well, actually. Just looked at my schedule. Yes, Fire Red, Emerald, Crystal, repeatedly throughout the month of August. And we're going to be doing a lot of the legendaries and mythicals. Kind of want to get them out of the way when there isn't quite so much pressure on me to do well in the Gen 3 games. It means that I'll be a little bit try-hard in Crystal, because it is my game. It's the game that I know the best. But for at least Emerald and Fire Red, there's not going to be quite so much pressure on me to do as well as maybe I should do if I was a little bit more experienced in the challenge. That is the plan going forwards. Now, we are going to have to be very, very careful with contact moves in this challenge. We've done a couple where we haven't really had contact moves, so we haven't needed to worry too much, but we don't want to get Effect Spored at all. Effect Spore would be brutal for us throughout the course of this one. Now, as Wally is learning to catch Pokemon that we'll beat up a couple of times in the course of this run, if you are having fun, please do click the subscribe button. I don't ask overly often, but it does help the channel out more than you could imagine. And also make sure you've not accidentally been unsubscribed, because that's the thing on YouTube. We know how fickle the YouTube is just as a platform in general. I wish there was something a little bit better that wasn't pushing so much nonsense at you, but we have to deal with the platform. It's the one platform where video sharing seems to work like this. So we will all put up with it together over the course of however long video things like this are popular on the internet, which I hope is for a very long time, because I have fun not only playing and making content, I also have a lot of fun watching content from others. I have to say, I can't remember the last time I bloody watched regular TV. I've been very much in the YouTube ecosphere for the better part of a decade at this point. I think the last programme I watched on TV, barring like Jules's Hootenanny, which is tradition for me and my other half, over at New Year, I think the last proper programme I watched was probably Gladiators about 3 years ago, because that's really the only thing that's on TV that I enjoy. And maybe you're like me, maybe you're in the YouTube ecosphere as well now. It's a fun place to be, isn't it? You never quite know what's coming around the corner. And actually, while I've got you, is it just me, or have the recommendations gone a little bit garbage again lately? I'm getting recommended nothing that I want to watch, and everything that I don't want to watch. Is that just me? Have I managed to screw up my own algorithm? Or is that genuinely a thing for other people? Very interested to know. And it's not really the sort of thing you should ask on a YouTube video, because it might mean YouTube gets annoyed at me, but I don't really care. Because, like, I want to know. I want a big sample size. Let's go and take on Roxanne now. I think we should be absolutely fine against Roxanne. We've got Hidden Power. Hidden Power is going to be a one-shot on most of the Pokemon. And then her Nose Pass is Pure Rock, so we can use Thunderbolt on that. That seems like a plan to me. Whether it'll come to fruition is a different matter. Now, Ampharos is great at a lot of things, but we don't have much speed. So our speed stat is something we're going to have to watch out for throughout the course of this one. I might even try and locate some carbos in one of the recording breaks. See if I can find a place where some carbos are hidden easily so that we can boost our speed. Even ever so slightly will do a lot of help there. Rock Tomb misses for the first time in a very long time, and that means we get a very, very, very easy Roxanne there. Not sure if I gave her her title card, so we'll get it now. 447 for the stone badge. Is it the stone badge? Is it the balance badge? Is it the something badge? The Roxanne badge. I've not learnt the badges yet. That's going to be part of the learning experience later on. Youngster Joey, will take him on. He's upgraded from Rat to a Machop, and it still doesn't do him any good. Let's go and use the repel now, and let's try and dodge this lady here. She's very, very happy to see us a lot of the time, and it's quite annoying. He's got a Shroomish. Let's hidden power so we don't make contact on the Shroomish, and then we'll Thunderbolt the Hello Tad. Very easy there. I am worried about the Ludicolo in this challenge. I think Ludicolo in the Elite Four could be quite dangerous for us. But I can't think about that yet. We've got another 7 gym badges to go until I think about that. And we've still got to get through Tate and Liza later on in this challenge. And Tate and Liza are not pleasant to battle. We got lucky anytime we had Surf and Rain Dance. With this one, we're just going to have to hope for the best. I'm hoping that our massive special attack, we've got 115 in special attack, will be enough to see us fit through this one. We shall have to see, though, throughout the course of this challenge. Let's go and do a quick heal here, and then we do have to go and do this horrible storyline that nobody wants to do. It's a waste of everybody's time, and I've jumped the gun there. We're supposed to go in here, aren't we? Surprise him by coming up his rear, and then we get taken up to the director. He is going to give us a postal office quest, because apparently this is Post Office Simulator. And then we get to do the phone call using the phone that we're never going to use again. So, yep, show us how to use the phone. Go on. It's not like anybody's used the phone before. Yes, we're outside your window. Ha ha ha. Leave me alone. Right, May. She's here for no good reason. Let's battle her. For no good reason either. She's got a Torkoal. We've got a Thunderbolt. We grow to 18. She's got a Mudkip. We also have a Thunderbolt. And she's gone. Thank you for that, May. Very quick battle. Nice level 18 from it. I didn't mean to battle you. You've got a Hello Tad, though, so we can one-hit that. And you've got a Shroomish. We know what to do with Shroomish. We hidden power it. I do want to take on any rich people. Have we battled you? We have. We'll check if we battled t'other one on the other side. Yes, we have. So that means it's time to chat with Mr. Briny here. We are going to set sail all the way to Dewford Town. We're going to get called by the father mid-challenge. Mid-challenge? Mid-boat. I suppose it's mid-challenge as well. And then let's go straight into the gym here, where we'll try and find enough gym trainers so that we can at least see our way through. Hoping that these Meditites do not constantly protect in this one. That would be nice. Have we battled him before? He's got a Makuhita. A very easy Makuhita, so maybe we haven't battled him before. She's got a Meditite, no protect yet. We're in happy days at the moment. We've got a couple of trainers over to the right-hand side of this gym. Let's see how we do against these two. One hit, of course, with Thunderbolts there. And then Brendan has a Thunderbolt on his Machop as well. Brendan, that's presumably spelt like that to differentiate Brendan the player from Brendan the sailor there. At least that's my only logical explanation as to why it's spelled that way. Maybe Brendan can be spelled that way and I've just not encountered it. I kind of like that spelling, I've got to say. It's not quite Brendan, it's Brendan. And of course you've got Brenda as well, but I don't think we have any Brendas in our challenge. Brawley, he could be Brenda if he wants. It's tightening its focus, it's all gone away. And that was 3 one-shots. I didn't even get a chance to talk about Brawley, really. Knuckle badge acquired, time of something. There we go, 8:56. Overlay was slightly slow registering the win there. We don't really care, we still get the badge either way. Let's take on a couple of these fishermen now. We'll take on Ned with his Tentacle, and then we'll take on Double Magikarp Tentacle Man as well. Elliot, with the double Magikarp Tentacle. I think Magikarp gives speed EVs, so it could be worth taking on the Magikarp, you know. It might not be a total waste of time for once. Let's chat with him. We'll get ourselves the Lantern. One of 2 times I think we use the Lantern in this challenge. Stick on a rappel and away we go. Get the escape rope. Very important we get the escape rope. It makes life a lot easier getting out. There's no sense in moving the Lantern up either. We're not going to use it often enough for us to really care. Now the rappel should wear off just there. Getting used to the rappel spots here. Let's move the rappels up to somewhere sensible as well. And then we'll go across here. Up this ladder, up this ladder. Probably going to have another rappel wear off. Maybe not. We might have gotten lucky. We give the letter to Stephen. Stephen then gives us some nonsense talk. And the Devon Guds. And now we have to leave. Because we are not done being a postman yet. Because now we've got to chat with Mr. Briny. And we've got to go to Slateport next. I like starting to go to Slateport, because it means we get to beat up a load of people with some electric-type moves. Poor Wingull is not going to stand a chance in this challenge, is it? The Wingull line is going to be completely obliterated with its quad weakness. Also means we don't have to worry about Gyarados either. And Gyarados can be a bit of a threat sometimes, so it's good to not have to be concerned about the Gary line in this one. And now, for once, I've remembered exactly where to go in this challenge. We go and chat with fake Captain Stern there. And then we're going to go into the museum where we're going to take on Team Aqua for the 2nd time in this challenge. Once again, we're going to hide behind the scientist there. And once again, he doesn't bother to battle. He's letting a child take care of matters. Very, very, very helpful of him. We've got Thunderbolt though, so this is going to be a very, very easy time for us. And here comes Archie. There goes Archie. Not wanting to battle us. He's seen that we've got an electric type, so he decides not today. Captain Stern takes the Devon Goods off us, and we are no longer a post person for the rest of this challenge. Now, we're going to bump into Birch here. I don't know what he's doing out here. He should be back in Little Root investigating whatever it is he enjoys investigating. And now we get to beat up Plusle and Minun, everybody's favourite pair of little rats. And we don't even get the bloody one-shot there on either of them. For goodness sake, I hate this line with a passion. Genuinely detest Plusle and Minun. They have no reason to exist. They should just leave. Go away. There we go. Let's go and grab the items that we need in here as well, because we do have some useful stuff over here, so we might as well pick it up while we are in the neighbourhood. We're going to get double teamed first of all by a guitarist and another trainer, and we've got Fire Punch, so that is a very, very, very easy task of getting rid of them. We want the leper berries as a priority. We'll get the cherry berries as well. They might come in handy for this challenge. We don't need too many berries, but we do like to pick up quite a few just to be safe, because you never know when you're going to need them. We don't need the die hit. I'm sorry, mate, you don't want to battle us, Timmy. We've got Fire Punch. It's going to be horrible for your Aron. And then we've got Thunderbolt, and it's going to one-shot your Electrike. Please don't battle us. It's not worth it. May, same goes to you. Starting off with Lombre, goes down. Marshtomp, we will use Hidden Power. He's using Bide, is that Marshtomp, and it goes away in 1. And we get rid of the Slugma as well. We get the Item Finder, never going to use that. Thank you for wasting our time there, May. Let's battle a couple more people now. This Psychic isn't going to see this coming, is he? He's only got a single Abra. He's kind of rubbish, isn't he? And what's this? Triathletes with a Magnemite. We've got a Fire Punch for a Magnemite. Just like that. And of course, Sturdy does not work the same in Generation 3 as it does in later generations. So we don't need to worry about doing 2 hits of Sturdy to knock them out. We're going to get Rock Smash here and the Big Hammer. We are then going to go into the bike shop, and we're going to get the Acro bike, not the Mac bike, because I am a wimp, of course, and I don't want to be dealing with ridiculously fast bicycling. We'll go and take a little heal here at the Pokemon Center, and now we'll ruin Wally's day, just for a little fun, really. I'm in the mood to ruin Wally's day, and he's got a Rolls. It's no good. It goes away. Goodbye, Wally. Go home. Yeah. like that. And now he's admiring us. He's boosting our ego for being mean to Wally. So he can interrupt us as much as he likes, really. Right, into the gym where nobody has the correct Pokemon. This could be a Gen 4 gym with all of this incorrect Pokemon ways, couldn't it? Doesn't matter what we have in front of us. We're just going to Thunderbolt until we get to the gym leader. No sense in overcomplicating matters here when we can just Thunderbolt everything away. We might Fire Punch this Bug Maniac's Volbeat and Limese, though. Oh, it's got Quick Attack. Never knew it had Quick Attack. It doesn't mean anything, because it still goes down, but it means I'm going to have to potentially heal now. And then this guitarist, Sean, has a Voltorb. We can Thunderbolt that. We can probably Thunderbolt the Magnemite. Yes, we can. And that means we can take on Lieutenant Search. No, what's his name? Watson. Watson is who this is. We're going to hold on to a Cherry Berry just in case, and we shall use an Oran Berry, seeing as we have some in the bag. This is Watson, the electric-type specialist of Moorville City, leads with Voltorb. And we one-hit the Voltorb. Electrike is next. We one-hit with Thunderbolt. Up third is Magneton. Fire Punch. It gets melted for scrap. And now we've got a Manectric. What should we do about a Manectric? Let's start with a Fire Punch. And let's do another Fire Punch. And then let's do a third Fire Punch. We get paralysed. Kind of wasted that Cherry Berry there. Would rather have stayed paralysed because we can heal it. It's very lucky that berries are very common in this region versus the other two challenge runs we do. With that, that means we can start making our way up north. We want to pick up this item here. Another elixir. They are very useful throughout the course of this challenge. And we do get Geodude today. It's been a while since we've been Geodude. Now we are going to try and avoid most of these trainers. We don't want to battle Sandshrew, and I get told off for beating up Sandshrew. So we're going to try and avoid beating up Sandshrew. You looked at me. It's your fault what's going to happen here, Carol. Yeah, your Tailow's got beat up, as has your Lombre. Yeah, don't try and battle me in the future, and that doesn't happen. Hiker Bryce with a Numel. We'll use Hidden Power on the Numel. We'll get rid of it. And then we'll Thunderbolt the Machop, and we get rid of that as well. Growing up to level 30, I think that's the level where Mareep evolves into Fluffy and then into Ampharos. Hidden Power Ice is a little bit of a get-out-of-jail-free card in this challenge as well. Gives us something for a lot of the pesky ground types that we wouldn't otherwise have anything for. Does mean we're potentially going to be up the creek a little bit for the Whiscash line. I was considering Hidden Power Grass, but I think having Hidden Power Ice is going to be better overall. Oh, for goodness sake, I forgot that we didn't have, that Numel is a ground type there. It doesn't really matter. We're going to be able to get through all of these. Aroma Lady Shayla, we're going to use Hidden Power against her, and Hidden Power against her Roselia as well, so that we don't get any of those weird status conditions. He has got an Electrike. I like Electrike. It's just not very good. He's got a Makahita. I like Makahita. Again, not very good. And I love Wailmer. Wailmer is so cool. I love the entire line. Makes me so happy. It's just a really, really no brains inside happy whale. It just likes existing. And what more could you want from a Pokemon, really? Other than it just enjoying being a Pokemon. We're going to beat up another Wingull here because this should be an easy battle. We'll Hidden Power the Numel, that's neutral, and then we'll Hidden Power this Roselia as well. And with that, we can move on to Route 113. The music on this route is some of the best in all of Pokemon. It's kind of an annoying route to navigate, though, because there are a lot of trainers we have to try and dodge, but we're doing a fairly good job of it so far. Let's go up here, and we do manage to dodge them all. We don't want to go into the Pokemon Center. However, we do want to get the key escape rope. That's going to let us get out of like 3 caves maybe in total. We don't really use the key escape rope that much in this generation, but it's still good to have. We avoid him. We are going to take on this hiker because he is mandatory, and we've still got plenty of hidden powers, so it's not really going to affect things too much. And I do like dodging her, but she doesn't like me dodging her. So sometimes she does catch us. Not today, though. And then we have to take on Lenny. He's not supposed to get pudding in his eye, but there's nothing about us using Hidden Power on his Pokemon. And I thought I'd risk not sticking on a Repel, and I very much paid the price there, didn't I? One encounter is probably quicker than sticking on a repel, though. Aqua and Magma are saying some rubbish. We don't really care about that. We are going to escape rope out. We should probably put the escape rope in a sensible place. We will do a quick heal here in this Pokemon Center, and then we'll start going back up north for the second time. Hoenn does love its backtracking, doesn't it? It's one of the very big themes of the Hoenn region. There's a lot of backtracking. Now, we are trying to avoid some optional trainers here, and now we get to find out, are we going to see the hiker today? And the answer is no. We have to do another bloody challenge in Emerald. Until we get one, we are going to have to keep doing challenges in Emerald every few videos. If we get to like 20 videos and we've not seen him, I might just keep on doing Emerald videos until we see one. Don't make me commit to that, but I think that could be really fun. Like just overloading with Emerald videos until we get the bloody hiker, and then we'll put it to bed for a month or so, because we'll all be sick of Emerald at that point. For now, though, we're going to take on Tabitha. Tabitha is bad. Tabitha does not know how to train her Pokemon, so we're going to give her a chance there by having a free turn. Not that it makes any difference. And now we have Maxie. Maxie is the leader of Team Magma, and much like Tabitha, is not a good trainer. Going to start off with a Thunderbolt on the Mightyena. Then we're going to do a Thunderbolt on the Zubat. We're going to mix things up a little bit and hidden power the Camerupt as it gets pumped. It's getting pumped to get knocked out there, and that was very, very, very easy. That means we can now leave, and we've got gym number 4 to contend with already. Oh dear, I didn't mean to battle you, Eric. I'm sorry about this, but we do have to use hidden power against you. It's not your fault. It was my fault for getting into your line of sight, and I know you're a bit jumpy, but I'll try and avoid it in future. Burn Heal. Is that foreshadowing of what we've got coming up next, maybe? Let's find out. We are in the next town. You sell super repels, don't you? I'm very pleased with you selling super repels. We'll buy Unlucky 13. I'm sure that'll be enough. And now we get into the gym where I like getting lost. So let's try and not get lost. And let's try and take on a few of the trainers in here. We are probably going to have to Leper Berry at some point, because we'll run out of hidden power ice here. But we can use Thunderbolt on the Slugma line. It's only really the Numel line where we have to worry about that. Are you the Kecleon man? No, you're a Numel man. So we'll use a hidden power against you. Is this the Kecleon man? This is the Kecleon man. We are going to start off with a hidden power ice. And we've got burnt. How rude of you. It's lucky we picked up that burn heal, isn't it? Let's use it, and let's use a soda pop at the same time. And let's heal back up. I'm going to use the PP up on hidden power, actually, on this, because we're going to get a PP max at some point soon. So we don't need to use too much. We're going to take on a couple of extra trainers as well here. This is a fairly good gym for Ampharos, so we might as well take advantage of battling some of the trainers, although I think we're pretty much at the gym leader now. This is Flannery. I like Flannery. She's kind of cool. She leads with Numel. We hidden power the Numel as it overheats, and it really doesn't do too much at all. We get the range on the second turn. Thunderbolt the Slugma. Then we've got a Camerupt. Let's use a hidden power. It goes for overheat, and it crits, for goodness sake. We grow up another level. Let's Thunderbolt this Torkoal and hope for the best. No! No, 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 no. That was not how that battle was supposed to go. Hidden power the Numel. Magnitude is fine. Let's see how much Facade does. 2 hits and it goes away. Slugma we can Thunderbolt. Who's next? Camerupt again. Hidden power. Going for tackle, are we? And we've been made to fall in bloody love. But it doesn't matter. Out comes the Torkoal yet again. And this time we one hit. The ranges there were against us, it seems. We get the heat badge in 24 minutes and 30 seconds. Here comes May. We don't care, May. Go away. That means we can now teleport back once again to Moorville City. We're not going to be stopping teleporting at Moorville City because we've got one more teleport to go. And actually, I think that answers the question I asked in the previous video as well. The place we probably visit the most in a single challenge is Moorville, because we have to go there 4 times, I think, in a challenge run, maybe even more. I could be mistaken, because we have to go and get the rare candy as well. Although I suppose we can do that on the way up to the Weather Institute. Might try and remember doing that. We've got a gym badge to go until we do that, though, so there is still plenty of time for me to forget about doing that, and we'll stick on a repel now as well. I wonder what that item is in the top right. I've forgotten what it is. It could be something useful. It's a max ether, definitely useful. I had a feeling it was PP restoration. So I thought, yes, let's take the risk of seeing what it is, and it's paid off. Now, we did take on Joey earlier, so that does mean we don't have to worry so much about our movement, and we can run all the way back to Petalburg City now. Getting very lucky there without the encounters. Let's go over the beach here. No, you don't want to battle us, mate. We are far, far stronger than you. And in to the next gym. This is Norman's normal type gym. Starting off by beating up Delcatty. Go away, Delcatty, with Mary. We'll go to the other side as well, and we'll beat up this trainer's Swellow. Very easy for us here. We've paralysed it. Didn't need to paralyse it, just rubbing salt into the wound there. Who have you got? You've got Spinder. We've got Thunderbolt. We get rid of your Spinder. These are all very, very easy battles, so I'm always happy to take on almost full trainers, if not full trainers, in Norman's gym. And they also give us a lot of good money, so there is no sense in not taking them on. Are you the Zangoose man? I feel like you're the Zangoose man. No, you're the Sakloth man. Getting my people mixed up there. Maybe the Zangoose is through this door here, or maybe I'm just completely wrong. Yes, this is the Zangoose lady, not the Zangoose man. Jody there. And then we'll take on this trainer with the Vigoroth as well. And I think that's all the trainers done. So that brings us on to Norman. Gym leader number 5, normal type specialist, leads with his Spinder. We're going to get rid of Spinder in 1. Then we're going to get rid of Vigoroth in 1. Out comes Linoon. It goes for a slash, so really it should be going to the toilet. And now Slacking has tried to facade us, and it didn't work. Because then we can use a facade, get the range not happening, and then we can finish it off with a Thunderbolt. Easy, easy, easy battle there. Confusing end to the battle, but still very, very, very easy. We get ourselves HMO 3 and the raft, and today I am going to remember to stick on a repel now and pick up this rare candy while we're here. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? And in a similar vein, we'll rent a Labrador to Moorville, and I'm going to do this on camera so I don't bloody forget. I'm going to go and grab the extra rare candy down here that I normally get pre-league. I'm going to try and remember to get as many as I can without going back for them at the league, so it saves a little bit of time. Now, I am going to start making my way up to the Weather Institute. We've got a load of pointless battles en route. Not going to make you sit through them. Let's go straight over to the Weather Institute. So we have made it to the top of the Weather Institute here, where we're going to take on Smelly Shelly. She is smelly, she's terrible, and she goes down very, very easily. Very, very quick battle there, and that does mean we can now go and have a cheeky little rest in the bed there in preparation for the penultimate May battle. It is that time of the challenge already. We're about to say goodbye to May. She leads with a Lombre that goes for Fake Out and then Nature Power. We get rid of it in 2. Out comes the Marsh Stomp. We shall use a pair of Hidden Power here to get rid of it, and then we'll use a Thunderbolt on the Slugma. You know, if she had a Pokemon that had decent speed, that Mudshot might have been useful. But as it turns out, she's as rubbish as ever. Let's get into Fortree. We'll remember to dip into the Pokemon Center this time. And then we'll go around here, because we do need to pick up, not you, we need to pick up the rare candy that's hiding behind this bush here. 13 rare candies in total in the Hoenn Challenge. Quite a lot. Very, very grateful for them a lot of the time as well, because they do save our skin more than I would care to admit. Now we've got a Kecleon here. Kecleon is the colour-changing Pokemon and also one of my nemesises. Nemesis is Nemesis. Is Nemesis the plural of Nemesis? I think it is, but I could be wrong there. Nemesi, if we're going for like octopi and cacti. But yes, very much a Nemesis Pokemon, because I wasn't able to finish it on stream in Crystal well over 2 years ago at this point. but I'm still salty about it. I must go back at some point and try for a do-over, but I've got to be in a really good mood to do it, and I don't want to ruin good moods, because I know what's coming up at Red, and I know it's going to be pain, suffering, and torture, and that just is not something I want to put myself through with a Pokemon I've already done that with many, many times. I say many, many times. It was only one challenge, but it felt like many, many times. I think there were like 100 resets at Red or something silly, and I just couldn't get the breakthrough, and it became silly o'clock. I hadn't slept, so I decided to throw in the towel. I don't remember anybody who remembers better than me. Did I get Cloyster over the line? Because I remember having a horrible, torrid time with Red with Cloyster, but I've a feeling I did manage to do it eventually. It was just long and tedious and boring. But it did eventually happen. Whereas Kecleon, I definitely remember giving up. Because Protein Kecleon, you'd think would do well, but you'd be wrong. Protein Kecleon, where you can make sure you always have Stab, did worse than Colour Change Kecleon. And I couldn't tell you why. It makes no sense, but that is what happened. What the heck am I doing here? Getting all kinds of confused with a children's puzzle, as I quite often do in these challenges. Let's take on Winona. She's a flying type specialist. She leads with Swablu. One hit on the Swablu. Out comes the Altaria. We've got Hidden Power Ice for that. It goes away. Level 42 acquired. We'll use Thunderbolt on the Skarmory. It's super effective. Tropius is next. We've got a Hidden Power for that. Quad super effective. And then let's not misclick on the Pelipper. Let's use Thunderbolt. And that is Winona all done. Feather Badge in 30 minutes and 39 seconds. Not too shabby at all. We get a phone call from Scott there. He did congratulate us on beating up Wally, so we can't be too salty about his phone calls. Quick teleport for a PP pit stop. And away we go on the route we've just bloody been down, because Hoenn loves the backtracking. Like I mentioned earlier, if I can get forced to do backtracking in this game, I can repeat myself a couple of times. If I can get forced to do backtracking in this game, I can repeat myself a couple of times. Anyway, let's go and grab this item. It's a nugget, isn't it, this one? Yes, it is. I'm starting to learn the items. Not very much learning at the moment, but I am slowly absorbing the info. I don't think this item's useful. Hyper Potion could come in useful, actually. There is a rare candy over here, isn't there, somewhere? It's in this corner here. One of the things I am going to try and do is really focus on picking up all the items that we need all at once. I'll pick up a couple more Pecha as well, just in case. Go up top here and we get past him. You don't want to battle us, thank you very much. Foreshadowing happens there. We get the zinc. We are going to stick the zinc in the bag. Oh, bloody hell, I forgot the Carbos. It's fine. We'll be absolutely a-okay. I'm 100% sure of maybe that happening. Oh, it's Minging Lady. We like Minging Lady. She calls us Minging, or at least that's what I like to say she does. What does she say? Horrid. Horrid has just been replaced by Mingin in my head now, so she's going to be Mingin for the rest of time. Goodness me. One last May battle. Leads with Tropius. We'll get rid of it straight away. Then we've got Marshtomp. Hidden Power again. It's going to be a two-shot. Mudsport might actually be useful for once. It turns this into a two-shot. And then we've got Slugma. We'll do that, and away she goes. We won't see her again now until we're League Champions, because she's got places to go, people to see. In the meantime, we are going to pick up a bunch of Max Repels. We'll pick up some Max Potions as well. And then we'll also pick up some full heals to try and make our own budget full restores for this challenge. What can we sell as well? We probably have some nuggets we can sell somewhere. Only the one nugget. Goodness. Let's not bother with Carbos. I'm sure we'll be fine. A little bit more backtracking now as well, because that is the theme of the day. Hello, Minging Lady. I hope you're doing well. I think we got an encounter in this spot in the last video as well, so you'd think I would have learnt by now to stick on a repel beforehand. Stop, cease, thank you. And now we've got to climb Mount Pyre. We've got 2 rare candies, actually, for this section. And I must remember to try escape roping out. I don't think it'll work, but stranger things have happened. I think you'll be able to fly, which means you won't be able to escape rope. But it's always worth checking. We might be able to at least take a shortcut through part of this. Now, this is Team Aqua again, so this is going to be just as easy as before, maybe even easier. We're kind of over-leveled at this point. There's no real challenge in battling any of them. And I don't even think Archie gives us a battle here. I think he just talks again. Archie seems to be the yakker out of the two team leaders here in Generation 3. Maxie just gets to battling. Archie likes to give you a backstory and no battle. Let's see, am I correct here? Have I remembered correctly? Yes. Yes, he doesn't bother battling again. We get the Magma Emblem, and now we must remember to pick up the rare candy here. Can we escape rope out of here? That is the question. No, we can't. It was worth a shot. It only took a couple of seconds to find out. And if I don't do it on a live run, then I'll never bloody know. Repel's worn off. We can fix that. Let's bring the max repels up to top spot now as well. They're max potions. Wrong kind of max. A little bit like when we battle Maxie. We can't escape rope out of there because that'll just send us back to where we came. One more thing we need to do here, and that is grab this rare candy. And with that, I've got to get lost in a dungeon for a little bit. So I will meet back up with you when we're ready to battle Maxie. And so we have now made it to Maxie again. The timer was accidentally paused in the last clip, but it has now been resynced. Let's take Maxie on for another battle. I've done a little bit of extra training as well because I am concerned about this camera up. Amnesia is not great there for us. We might need to play for no amnesia in this battle. I think this is going to be one of the harder battles for Maxie. And I have accidentally gone in without any health, really, or not at full health, I should say. We're able to get through that. We might need to play for crit. Or we can do that. And then he'll hopefully healing loop. Yep, there we go, we're through. Onto the Crobat. We flinch, but we static, and we get through. That is not too bad. That does mean, by the way, not Tate and Liza, Winona was 34:18 on the retime. 34 minutes and 18 seconds. As opposed to the 30 minutes that I think I said in the last clip, 30:39. But it has now been resynced. We are absolutely fine. Everything does match up. And we're about 46 minutes into the challenge now, if you are listening as opposed to watching. And with that, we can make our way over to Lily Cove City once more, where we have another bloody hideout to deal with. And at least this one, it's all Team Aqua as opposed to Team Magma. There shouldn't be any Nubble in here. If they are, they're a little bit lost. I might take on a couple of extra grunts in here as well, though, because we have Tate and Liza coming up next, and Tate and Liza are horrible people, and they're really bad to face as well. So yeah, I think that is going to be the plan. There we go, we've made it to the mat battle. Starting off with Mighty Aina. Thunderbolt's a one hit. Up next is Golbat. Thunderbolt is also a one hit. And that's our lot. He's only got 2 Pokemon. Working on a budget is Team Aqua there, but they try their best, so we can't really ask for anything else. Let's get out of here. Let's get our way over to Moss Deep. Now, the strat I employed in the last challenge of taking on some extra battles pre-Tate and Liza before even considering it seemed to work out really well. So I think I'm going to do the same in this one. I'm going to make the way all the way over to Pacifidlog Town first and then go back to Moss Deep. Especially because we've got an electric type and there are so many water types available for the picking here with all the swimmers. I reckon it's going to be a very good idea. As soon as we get to Moss Deep, though, I am going to take a very, very quick PP heal so that we've got enough Thunderbolts to last us until we get to Pacifidlog. But yeah, I do think that is going to be a sensible play. Get the levels before Tate and Liza, because Tate and Liza are always inevitably going to be harder than you think they will be. They are not easy trainers in the slightest. And for a Pokemon like Manectric, I don't think we've got anything great. No, we really don't. So we're going to have to Fire Punch it. And then we'll Thunderbolt this Linoon. That will be fine. Although we have been paralysed, which isn't good. Repel's worn off. We do have some full heals that we bought. And we'll use one of those as well. And I forgot to stick on a Repel, didn't I? Very clever of me to forget to do that. But we do now have a Repel. And I can get lost trying to find the way to Pacific Log. I've got to remember you go east to go west in this part of the region. You have to go all the way east a little bit in order to then get to Pacific Log, because you've got the other city, Setopolis, blocking the western path. Even here on land, we're still getting a lot of water types. Never going to complain about a water type with Ampharos. It's one of the few types where we have the type advantage. I think electric has the potential, maybe not straight up electric, but electric combined with something has the potential to do very well in Hoenn, because it is the only type, water is the only type where we have two type specialists in one region here. We've got the water specialist for the gym, and then we've got the water specialist for the champion as well. We do have that with poison in Generation 2, but I don't really count that as much. And I suppose we've got fighting as well, but again, I don't really count that as much. And I suppose psychic, but again, can you really count will? The Elite 4 in Gen 2 is so pathetic. The only one that's really worth talking about is Karen. And that's only because she's got Sand Attack. If you get through the Umbreon, then 9 times out of 10, you're absolutely fine, unless you've got a huge glaring weakness to the Dark type. And there aren't that many Dark types in Johto, so even then it doesn't matter. Go away, Pelipper. Nobody cares about your protecting ways. Are you Love Disc Lady? Oh, I hope people don't ogle you. Did you read that? It said people ogle her. That's very rude, isn't it? This is Love Disc Lady. We're going to use Hidden Power against this. Oh, I should not have used Hidden Power. Getting cocky here, and is that 4? 5? 5 in a row. 5 attracts in a row. Absolute nonsense. Absolute bloody nonsense. Heal time will go and pick up the rare candy that's over here as well. Can we take you on, mate? I want to take you on. You got a Sharpedo. Easy experience. And then we'll go and grab the rare candy that's over here. And now we'll fly back to Moss Deep and inevitably get walled at Tate and Liza for a very, very long time. Don't know how long this is going to take to get through Tate and Liza, but I'm hoping for a relatively quick battle. Although, the fact that I vocalised that probably means it's not going to happen. Now, I do prefer Tate and Liza's Gen 6 gym. I think they completely ripped it out, didn't they, in Gen 6? And they had some kind of weird flaw that was all over the place and made you a little bit woozy, but was very cool. And now they've just got this bog standard step on things and people rotate because they don't learn what dizziness is in Generation 3. No, we'll go to the right hand side first. We'll take on everyone as well. They're going to be easy battles and they might end up saving our bacon in this challenge. Oh no, it's Wobbuffet. One-shot it, please. Thank you. Wobbuffet is terrifying. Wobbuffet in a Nuzlocke and in a solo environment is the single scariest Pokemon. Because you never know if you're about to lose or, even worse, in a Nuzlocke, lose a Pokemon because of Wobbuffet. In fact, I think some randomizers have a no Wobbuffet option. Or at least no Wobbuffet with Shadow Tag, just to make sure it's a little bit safer. The fact that Game Freak gave Wobbuffet Shadow Tag as well, they knew what they were doing. They knew just how evil that was, and they seemed to be all for it. No Protect here on this Meditite, absolutely fine. One last gym trainer, I do believe, as well, with her Curlier. We'll set fire to Curlier, because really, who cares about Curlier? It's one of the most dull Pokemon out there. Let's get past these lots here, and let's accept our fate. This is Tate and Liza. I'm not expecting good things from this battle. Let's stick on a Citrus Berry, and let's hope for the best. Tate and Liza, we're going to get a Sacrifice for this battle. They lead with Claydol and Xatu. We're going to start off with a hidden power against the Claydol. We're going to get earthquakes by the Claydol. That is vicious. Sunny Day's fine. We don't really care about Sunny Day in the slightest. Calm Mind probably can get through the Xatu, hopefully, in one. Although double Calm Mind is bad. Misclicks there as well. Oh, this could be where it unravels for poor old Amphi. Let's see how much we can do pre-Calm Mind against the Xatu. We can one-shot. Interesting. Let's try hidden power on the Claydol now. No. I don't know what to do at this point, honestly. Might need to go and get more levels. I'm going to give it one more go. See if we get a lucky crit. We do get a lucky crit. Never mind. Goodness me, Magikarp survived and stole some experience off us. Cheers, Magikarp. Let's get rid of the Xatu. Solrock and Lunatone time. Start off on the Solrock. One hit. Lunatone's Calm Minding. Are you going to heal now? No, you're not. Oh, Psychic does a lot of damage. But we crit again. Never mind, we're not getting levels. We get through Tate and Liza. 55 minutes and 12 seconds for them. That could have been an awful lot worse than it was. Really could have. But we do have another Mighty Aina coming up, so it could all still go very, 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 very wrong. Got a few more Magma Grunts to take care of first, though. And once again, Team Magma, even though they like the fire types, I suppose it stands to reason they're going to like the ground types as well, seeing as they want to expand the land. And land is made out of ground, after all. I know you don't get any kind of really deep scientific conversation from any other solo runner, do you, about how land is made of ground? I'm the only one who will have the balls to say that. But yeah, I'm not feeling confident about this battle. It's hopefully going to be carried by Steven. But we know that Steven, when we battle alongside him, is an absolute dolt. But when we battle against him, he somehow gets the brain. Oh, the Sacrificius survived today. Wonder why the Sacrificius survived today and not any other day. We'll get rid at some point. Next time we're in the Pokemon Center. Please just go for the bloody... not the Mighty Aina, the Camerupt. Both of them. We need to get rid of the bloody Camerupt. Steven, Camerupt. One's down. I'll take care of the Crobat. You take care of the Camerupt. Thank you. Never mind, I'll hit myself in confusion. We get rid of the Crobat. Metal Claw gets rid of the Golbat. Is it just Mighty Aina left to go? Yes, it is. Thank goodness for that. I hate this battle. It breaks my brain. It's hard to commentate over. And Steven really does not know how to battle. He seems to cram in lessons at some point between here and when we become champions. I don't know how he does it himself. Anyway, that does mean we can stick on a Max Repel, and we do have a little bit more storyline to go, don't we? Let's go and do what we normally do, which is find our way into Satopolis City. I think I've overshot. I think we need to go further west for Satopolis, don't we? It's over this way. We look for the funny coloured rock. Because what I like to do is I like to get my teleport spot. Oh, bloody hell, we forgot to speak to Steven, didn't we? Oh. That Maxi battle, all the way back in the Magma Hideout, it's kind of thrown my rhythm ever so slightly. We've only lost about half a minute. And a lot of that was mostly due to me being lost as opposed to forgetting dive, but that's fine. We know where we're going now. We take the left-hand path, and then we use another Max Repel. But yeah, I do like going into here first. Don't know why. It just seems to make more sense to me. Plus, we can do a little heal, and then we can hopefully teleport back later. So, let's get out of here now, and let's go and try and find t'other place. that I think is somewhere down here, although this could be the dead end that I quite often hit. Let's try going down here, and let's see if it's to the left. Yes, it is. Slowly learning. We don't have any grunts to take care of either here. We can skip them all. We've got my favourite room coming up as well. You know, the one that I always get lost in. So that's going to be fun, isn't it? Hopefully today will be the day where I don't completely mess it up. Although with how much run fatigue you get at this point of the challenge, anything is possible. Nope, that's not it, is it? It's up there, and then is it up there? I'm getting better. Only one mess up. That's progress, and we take every little bit of progress we can get. Don't want to mess up the strength stones either. This is a fun little strength puzzle. I wish Pokemon would go back to these proper little strength puzzles. They're really, really nice on the brain, even though that one feels like there should be another level. We'll get Earthquake even though we don't learn it. I like picking it up for a bit of luck. We have to avert our gaze as well after this battle. This is Archie. We finally get the pleasure of battling him. And we've paralysed his Crobat. He's got a Sharpedo and it goes down. Wasn't really worth the wait, was it, Archie? There, avert your gaze. It's horrible, it's hideous, it's gone. No more blue or red circles. Team Magma's joined the fray for no good reason. Let's get ourselves back to Satopolis now. We can rental Abra. No, we can't because he's chatting with us as well. Come on, let's get there. Rental Abra. Oh, land, ground, rain, sky, sea, rain, sky. Yes, we know the deal. They're fighting. It was exciting the first time. Now it's just annoying. Stephen's going to take his child into his cave again, like he quite often does. He seems to enjoy doing that in these challenges. Should I be concerned? Hopefully not. Maybe he just sees the potential of us as a good trainer. We've still got a repel on. Probably going to wear out before anything useful comes of it. Never mind. Maybe it's going to wear out in Pacific Log. Sky Pillar, we've been past that. Let's get the heck out of here now. And then let's air balloon over to Pacific Log Town. I don't like this fly map in this generation. It's too fast at 4 times speed. And you can't scam it like you can in Generation 2 by learning the number of up presses to rapidly fire. Because while technology has advanced and we have this really fancy fly map, at 4 times speed it is impossible to control. There we go, the repel's worn out now. Let's go up the Sky Pillar. And let's go and chat with... Is this Wallace? This is Wallace, isn't it? Wallace is the one with a hat. Juan is the one without a hat, I think. Or at least that's what I seem to remember. Not very good with faces, even in video games. So if I do mistake one for the other, please do know it's not out of any kind of intention. I'm genuinely just that bad. Rayquaza's woken up. We should be able now to teleport back. Yes, Rayquaza's going land, sea. How about Sky? This video, by the way, is not sponsored by Sky, but if Sky would like to give me free Sky Sports, I might actually watch TV again. Anyway, with that, we have restored peace to the land. We'll tell both of these off for being naughty and wasting our time. We'll chat with Stephen, and then we'll chat with Wallace. He gives us Waterfall. We'll need that later on. And now we're going to get the Rain Badge. Now, hopefully, this one will be fairly trivial for us to get. We do have the type advantage over this Water Trainer. So, let's see. This is Juan. Juan has no real reason to exist, but we're going to battle him anyway. He led with Love Disc. Whiscash is next. Hidden Power does a lot of damage, but he has gone for Amnesia. Amnesia's very annoying for us in this challenge. Double Amnesia, we swapped to Facade. Earthquake doesn't do anywhere nearly as much as I thought. Celio's next, we can one-shot that with Thunderbolt. Crawdaunt, that's going to be a one-shot with Thunderbolt as well. Kingdra, I'm hoping for a two-shot, but we've been frozen. Is this twice now we've been frozen? I think it's twice we've been frozen in recent challenges. Not sure if it's been by the Kingdra every single time, but it sure as heck feels like it. We're just going to go straight in for Facade this time. 3 shots and it goes down. CDO's down. Hopefully this time we won't get frozen by the Kingdra. Surely it won't happen twice. Surely it will not happen twice. Oh, we are so close to a one-shot there. Can we get the... Stop. Just cease. Get some help. There we go. We're through the Kingdra. And we do defeat one. He wasted our time, but it wasn't too bad, all things considered. We'll fall through the floor now, and we shall make our way over to Moss Deep, because I like surfing to Evergrande from Moss Deep, because I know where I'm going that way. I get lost if I come out as Satopolis. That double dive thing, it just throws me for an absolute loop. Stick on a max repel, and let's start going east, and hopefully finding where we want to bloody go. Which is easier said than done. Is this the dead end? I have been caught out by the dead end again, because of course you have to go west to go east in this game. There we go. I think we're on the right track now. I bloody hope we're on the right track now anyway. Get past them, and then yes, we are at Evergrande, up the waterfall, and now we'll go into Victory Road, where we're going to face Wally again. He's returned, filling in for May. Very last minute. He starts with an Altaria. We've got hidden power for that. It goes down in one. We Thunderbolt the Delcatty. It goes down in one. We'll melt this Magneton for a little bit of scrap. Another one hit, and then we'll use hidden power on the Roselia so we don't get poisoned. And then Thunderbolt on the Gardevoir. Future Sight is a little bit naff. He's going to stall us, so we take all of that Future Sight damage. Was it worth it? Probably not. Right, let's get our way through Victory Road, starting off here with Hope. Did our repel wear off? I'm going to try using one. No, it didn't. Here is the second and last place we need to use the Lantern. And now we have to not get lost in Victory Road. Getting better at not getting lost in Victory Road. Getting better at, in general, finding my way around Hoenn. Much better than I was on stream a couple of years ago when we tried this. But it can all still go wrong. Just because I've done something right once or twice doesn't mean I won't suddenly have the power to forget it. As has quite often happened in Pokemon. I'll get good at something and then it'll just leave my brain forever. I'm not feeling confident about where I'm going now. I seem to remember you though. Julie with your Sand Slash. We can hidden power that. That's fine. Then you've got Ninetales. We'll Thunderbolt that. Quick Attack's annoying there, isn't it? And then Tropius. Let's hidden power. Let's guarantee the KO. Julie goes down, and we can then do the double waterfall. Is this where we are? I think we're at the double waterfall. If you do the double waterfall, you get a ladder, and then you try and dodge it past this lady, but she loves you for some reason, so it takes a while to dodge her. Then we do that and that. No encounters. Bloody brilliant. And we're out of Victory Road nearly. Just one more trainer left to go with his Cacturne. We'll set fire to the Cacturne there. And then we'll Thunderbolt. We'll Thunderbolt the Pelipper eventually. That was our last Victory Road trainer. We get out the other end. Thank goodness for that. And we make it into Evergrande City. Let's buy our full restores now. We'll buy 11 of them. No, you know what? We'll buy all 31 just in case. We know how badly things can go here. We'll heal. I'll pick up the rest of the items and then we'll be ready for the league. And that is everything picked up. We are ready for the Pokemon League. Let's see how we get on. Starting here with Sydney. Sydney is our first league member, a Dark-type specialist led with Mightyena. Mightyena's a one hit. Let's move on to the Shiftry. We one hit with Fire Punch. We're going to Fire Punch the Cacturne as well. That's a lovely one shot. Crawdaunt comes out to play. We get rid of it in one. And the last Pokemon is Absol. Another one shot to finish Sydney off. That brings us on to Phoebe. Phoebe is our second league member. A ghost type specialist, leads with Dusclops. One hit with Thunderbolt gets us started nearly. No, it doesn't. She is stalling, and she's very annoying at stalling. Let's move on to Dusclops number 2. Earthquake, that's kind of mean, but we do get through. Onto the Banette. We one hit the Banette at least. Sableye comes out to play. We get rid of it as well. And then one more Banette. Level 60 acquired, a fairly clean level 60. I am going to hedge my bets once here against Glacier. But I'm not averse to using the rare candies if we need to. Let's see how we get on against Glacier. She leads with Celio. Celio's a one hit on to the Glalie. And it's not quite a one-shot on the Glalie, unfortunately. We do have to two-shot it onto the next Celio. And again, we can one-shot that. Glalie number 2 comes out to play. We crit. That's fantastic. Last Pokemon is Walrein. How much do we do? We one-shot. Brilliant. That means we don't have to waste our rare candies quite yet. We are going to use one of our elixirs at this point though, and let's use a couple of soda pops because they're the first item that I saw as we take on Drake. He is our final Elite Four member. He leads with Shelgon. We are going to use Hidden Power against the Shelgon as it protects, but we do get the one shot as we grow up to 61. Flygon's next. Ew, that Earthquake did a lot of damage and it outspared. At least we have the Citrus Berry back up to 1, 2, 3. Kingdra, Thunderbolt, please two-shot this thing. Or a crit, even better. Salamence, we do have Hidden Power for that. Dragon Claw doesn't do too much. Is that it? That is it for Drake. Right, that brings us on to the champion, doesn't it? Let's full restore. Let's use another. Do we need to use anything? Probably not. We've still got plenty of power points here. Got a hard save here as well as save state, just in case. This is Wallace. He is the final trainer of the challenge, or should I say of the Elite Four. He leads with Wailord. Wailord's a one hit, growing up to 62 there. Gyarados. Why on earth would you send out your Gyarados next? Goodness me. Whiscash is the scary Pokemon here. Yes, very, very, very scary Pokemon. Let's hold on to another Citrus Berry. And let's also use some rare candies. I don't want to use all of them. Oh, it's not going to make too much difference, is it? Rare candying now or Steven. So yeah, let's just dump them all in and get as high a level as possible. We're going to be one level difference, I think, if we do this, because we are at quite a clean level anyway. Let's take him on again. This is Wallace. He leads with his Wailord. One hit on the Wailord, we know that is going to always be the case. We get rid of Gyarados as well. Here comes the Whiscash. How much does Hidden Power do now? Oh, enough for him to be in bloody Amnesia range. That's annoying. He's going to heal as well, isn't he? Yep. Yep. I think we might be playing for crit. Or turn 1 Earthquake. Turn 1 Earthquake would actually be fairly beneficial here. But we'll have to see if it happens. Get through the Gyarados and the first Pokemon as well. Oh, why is Hidden Power doing so little all of a sudden? How much does Facade do? Not a lot. He has locked himself in though. Is that the in we need? We can get rid of Tentacruel. We've got Ludicolo. This thing is probably going to Leech Seed, isn't it? Double Team. Oh, please hit. Please hit. Please just keep on hitting. That's... How many full restores do you have? Too many is the answer. Surf is fine. Stop spamming full restores, you cheating so-and-so. Can we get through? No, we can't. For goodness sake. Absolute BS there. BS with that number of full restores. Get yourself in the bloody bin, you cheating little git. And now we've got the Whiscash problem again, haven't we? Can we burn this thing? Would that be an idea? Double Amnesia. Earthquake doesn't do too much. Critical hit. Locks into Hyper Beam. That does mean he's not going to heal that thing at least. Thunderbolt on the Tentacruel. Up next is this pesky, cheating Ludicolo. Little git. Horrible thing this is. Fire Punch it. Double Team into Thunderbolt. That's what I should have done before. That was silly of me before, but I make up for it now. There we go. The brain kicked in. A little bit slow, but it did eventually kick in. Let's get our Hall of Fame time for this challenge. We are clocking in at 1:16:44. I don't think we're going to be breaking any records with Ampharos, but I think we've given it a very valiant try. We still have one more battle left to go, though. I'm going to get myself over to Meteor Falls, and we'll meet up for Stephen. And with that, we are in Stephen's room. Repel has worn off. We're going to stick another one on for all of 5 steps. I'm not feeling too confident against Stephen here. Let's think, what shall we do? Let's stick on the leftovers that I've picked up. That might be the play. Give us some staying power. This is Stephen, the final trainer of the challenge. He leads with Skarmory. Skarmory's going to be a one hit. We know that much. On to Aggron. We'll fire punch it. Critical hit. And we have burnt it. Let's move on to Metagross. Earthquake does so much damage. Goodness me. But we do get rid of Metagross. On to the Claydol. No, not Fire Punch. Hidden Power. That's probably going to be our best shot. Oh, nuts. No, this is not looking good already, is it? We can get rid of the Skarmory. That's not an issue. Aggron. Is Fire Punch our best move? He's taking in Sunlight. Solar Beam doesn't do too much. Let's see. Yes, we crit. We're back up to relatively full health. I think we're looking for a burn on this Metagross, really. I think a burn might be the only way to get through it. Consistently, at least. At least we do have an out for the Metagross. It's not a good out, but it is an out nonetheless. And we take outs because they generally help. We could, of course, burn the Aggron as well. That would help. I don't know where the charcoal is in this game. I feel like the charcoal would be a good idea. At least we're back up to full health as we burn the Aggron. This is a Pokemon we want to burn. Preferably on turn 1. We can two-shot, though, at level 75. Let's try burning the Claydol. Nope, he crit. Of course he crit. We try and try and try again. We do lose a lot of time to Stephen, unfortunately. He's not an easy trainer to do. We burnt the Aggron. Interesting. Let's Thunderbolt to finish it off. Maybe Thunderbolt is just the play in general for a lot of these. Maybe not, though. Earthquake does so much damage. Let's try a Fire Punch there. Yes, we do get through. On to the Claydol. I'm going to Fire Punch and hope for a burn. I really do. I might be hyperfixating on the burn here, but I really do think it's the best way to get through. As great as Electric is, there is one glaring weakness, and that weakness is called Earthquake. Earthquake is such a problem for Electric types. You rarely see it in Generation 2, but here in Generation 3, Earthquake is here all the bloody time. I am very much regretting picking Facade for the Learn set. That was silliness on my part, because I completely forgot that Facade worked in the opposite way to the way I thought it did. But I don't think even Facade, even much really, would do much difference here. Let's try against this Claydol. Oh, bloody crit again. Maybe D-Punch would have helped. That's the only thing I can think of that would have helped. Why am I Fire Punching Skarmory? We don't want the burn on the Skarmory. We want the burn on everything else. Yeah, maybe D-Punch would have helped confuse. But other than that, I can't really see too much that would have helped. We'll get rid of the Aggron now. And we'll move back on to the Metagross. Fire Punch does a fair amount of damage. If we can burn the Metagross again, then we're probably in a good state. Or burn the Claydol. Burning the Claydol would help. We haven't been lucky so far, but that's not to say the next reset won't be the lucky one. Yeah, I do think D-Punch could have been the saving grace here, as opposed to Facade. It is a dead weight move. I should have really double-checked, because I had that moment of, is it this or is it the other? And I just went, no, it is. If the opponent is status, you do double damage, because that would make more sense. But no, that's not how it works. But you live and bloody learn. 4 moves, sometimes you pick the right moves, sometimes you pick the wrong moves, and I think I picked the wrong moves in this instance. We are not getting too lucky with this Metagross either. Can we two-shot it like that? No, we can't. Oh. This is annoying at best at the moment, and very darn right frustrating at worst. Especially because sometimes we two-shot the Aggron, other times we don't. we need to get our burns going, really. The burns will help. I might go and look for a Nevermelt Ice. Not a Nevermelt Ice, the other one. A Charcoal at this rate. I don't know where they are. We burnt the wrong Pokemon. Burning the Aggron means very little if he uses Solar Beam. Burning the Metagross is what we want to see here, because then it guarantees the 2-hit. And burning the Claydol would help as well. But no, we're not burning the correct Pokemon quite yet. There's still time, still plenty of time. We're not beating the record for this challenge now, but we're still going to give it our very, very, very best and hope that we can at least get a respectable time for our Ampharos. I do think after we get through the Claydol, it should hopefully get a little bit easier. Unless, of course, his other Pokemon have Earthquake as well, in which case it's going to get harder. Because we'll be on a very limited health. It really is just the Metagross that we have to focus on burning the most. Now, at the end of the last clip, I was about to say I was going to run and grab the Charcoal. That would have been a silly idea in hindsight. Instead, I've gone and run through the league a couple of times, get us up to level 80. See if that makes any difference whatsoever. Let's save in front of Steven. And let's see. This is Steven yet again. Hopefully now we'll have the victory. Level 80 surely got to be the level, right? We get through Aggron first time. That's progress, isn't it? How about this Metagross? We crit. That's huge. On to the Claydol. Claydol uses Earthquake. We should hopefully two-shot it, though. We're getting as far as we've ever been in this one. Cradley's next. Hidden Power, maybe. Another crit. How about the Armaldo? What should we do about this? Fire Punch. Ancient Power. And he gets a friggin' Omni Boost. For goodness sakes. For actual goodness sakes. And now we're relying on a little bit of luck, I think. But we get the luck. That's fine. 1:34.26 in the end for our Ampharos. It's not a brilliant time. It's definitely not going to break any records whatsoever. But that is the time our Ampharos got on this challenge. Let's see, where is it on the leaderboard? We are in 3rd place. We are ahead of Alakazam by a few seconds. We're ahead of Gyarados, but we are behind Politoed and Heracross. If we take it onto the overall leaderboard again, we are, of course, still going to be in 3rd place. But that is now 9 challenges complete here in Pokémon Emerald. And it's at this point of the challenge, I say it every time, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you've had fun watching me struggle over the last hour or so here in the Hoenn region. If you have, make sure to leave a like. It really does help out more than you can imagine. But for now, I really hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, whatever it is you're getting up to. If you're going to bed, sweet dreams, and I will catch you all very, very soon.